Madison Bailey revealed whether the best friends could find love together in the future after fans saw sparks fly between Kiara and JJ Maybank in Season 2 of Outer Banks. Let's get into what we know about this and other Outer Banks-related news. So, what's the plan for the show? On Thursday, December 2nd, Bailey exclusively told Us Weekly at the 9th Annual Rebels and Revelations Gala in support of teen mental health that she feels like she is honestly so passionate about Outer Banks, and so she's on the edge of her seat with where the writers are going to take this. She feels like the writers can't go wrong with the storyline anywhere, and if she teams up with Rudy as actors, she believes the execution will be really sick. When Season 2 of the hit Netflix show was released earlier this year, viewers were in for a wild ride as they saw the season end with Kiara and JJ sharing a moment after a near-death experience, which hinted at something more between the duo. Moreover, Bailey did note to us that the cast of the series have continued to stay in touch as if they were filming, although Outer Banks hasn't been renewed for a season yet. What does Bailey have to say regarding the two? On Tuesday, at an event to support co-star Chase Stokes receiving the Champion of Change Award, the American Horror Stories alum has previously sounded off on who she felt her character should find love with, noting that she would like to see more build-up if a romance between Kiara and JJ was going to be explored. Bailey shared with Us in July, saying that there is a strong possibility that Kiara could still end up with anybody at this point in time. She continued by saying she thinks if there are scenes that really bring them together, then it's definitely plausible, but she doesn't think fans have seen enough scenes of just the two of them yet. Before she considered dating, the North Carolina native explained that Kiara would need to figure herself out first at the time. After an unsuccessful romance with Pope Hayward in Season 2, then the short-lived connection Kiara had with John B. Rutledge in Season 1. In the second season, PANKOW, for his part, was happy that JJ and Kiara didn't rush into anything. In April 2020, before Season 2 began filming, he told Us that he thinks it's cute. He doesn't think it should happen immediately in Season 2, and he knows some people would be a little mad at him for saying that, but thinks just to have Kiara go from John B. to Pope to then JJ within 2 seconds would be a little like she wants all three of them simultaneously. So in his opinion, he thinks it'd be a little too much. He did add that there is potential down the line, although the Alaska native isn't on board with the two best friends taking that next step just yet. Even though he thinks that they are endgame and he can see JJ and Kiara thinking that alright, there's something here, because the situation starts out with JJ saying that he had tried getting with Kiara. How did PANKOW address it? PANKOW addressed how Pope and Kiara's failed relationship affected JJ a year later. In July, he said he thinks that there's a talk with Pope, then there's a talk with Kai exploring what is actually going on with them. PANKOW thinks that he might be feeling a little left out. JJ is really focused on the safety of things and also restitution in Season 2. After they met on the set of Outer Banks, PANKOW has been dating Elaine Simek off-screen. After coming out as pansexual, Bailey started dating Maria Linney. On Thursday, the Netflix star gushed to Us that their relationship gets better every day. Now, in other Outer Banks news, has OBX been renewed for another season? Outer Banks just officially got renewed for Season 3, so fans should get ready for another wild summer down at the OBX, with a sweet video featuring all of our favorite Pogues as they celebrated the big announcement. Netflix confirmed the news. Moreover, the show is finally back in production. What can be expected from Season 3? Things are extra confusing after a lot went down in the Season 2 finale that makes things more confusing. Our favorite Pogues are now on a mysterious island all by themselves after killing Ward the same way John B's dad died and failing to get back the Gold Cross. Even if they don't know how to get back home just yet, the Pogues may not be stuck there forever, knowing Rafe and Kai's parents. Of course, there was a finale twist because it's Outer Banks. John B's dad is actually alive. It sure looks like he'll finally come out of hiding. We just don't know how or why he's been away for so long. Moreover, showrunner Shannon Burke told Entertainment Weekly that this twist has always been part of the showrunner's big plan. They say that it's going to be instrumental and maybe even the spine of Season 3. It's going to power a huge part of the third season because it is obviously a gigantic revelation. Burke is super interested to see how people are going to react or if they're even going to remember who he was. And the showrunners really have their fingers crossed that people are excited and that the moment works. The father-son reunion will definitely shake things up, so fans should prepare themselves. Who is returning for Season 3? Returning as series regulars are Madelyn, Cline, Chase Stokes, Jonathan Davis, Madison Bailey, Rudy PANKOW, Drew Starkey, Austin North, and Charles Eston. In addition to this, Carlacia Grant has been up to series regular and will also return for Season 3, according to Netflix. We already know that anything can happen in Pogueland, so no, you're not the only one wondering how Ward, played by Charles Eston, will be back. Fans are just going to have to wait and see what this means for their favorites as they deal with the aftermath of his death. Theoretically, when is the next season set to premiere? We can probably expect it to return in summer 2022, as the show was able to come back just a little more than a year after getting renewed. The never-ending treasure hunt? Bringing back Big John will allow the writers to combine these different treasures that they're going after into a larger mythology, Josh told TV Line. The fact that the teens are not going to give up going after the gold next season is something the director also confirmed to Entertainment Weekly. He continued by saying that they use history to form the backstory of the cross and the gold, and then expanding that mythology. He further detailed that it has to become a bigger mystery across the series, and the mythology around the treasure hunt is going to evolve and get deeper, and so the treasure hunt is going to expand. They've been reading a lot of books, and they've got some good things to hang on to. Moreover, they are pretty fired up about how that mythology is going to expand in Season 3. Was the streaming giant hesitant to renew? The cast felt like they were in limbo as they waited for a Season 3 renewal go-ahead from Netflix, is something Stokes told us exclusively, and he continued by saying that they had got such a talented team of writers, and so they always leave it up to them to sort of figure out the story. Also, in December 2021, he said he felt that every time they get a script, it just kind of blows their seats off, so he was just excited to get his hands on it when and hopefully Netflix gave them the green light. They were still patiently waiting, just sitting back trying to figure out when it's going to happen or if they're going to give the call. If they were not going to get the call, so naturally it was like a state of limbo at the moment. Obviously they want to do it and the fans want it, so if the timing's right, it will happen. Lastly, Stokes' plea to the fans. In March 2022, Stokes wrote via his Instagram story that he hates that he is having to post this again, but he asked fans to please not post spoilers of the cast working. He reiterated that it is an exhausting process, and he feels that they have a really exciting story to tell. He wants secrecy before the upcoming season hits the streaming platform so that viewers get the full experience when the time is right. The Maryland native explained that he knows fans are all excited and anxious, but he promises it will be worth the wait. With that being said, we're sure fans are going to love the latest installment of the series whenever it hits their screens. Who knows what's really in store for the Pogues and their confusing lives. That's it for today, folks, but we'll be back with more interesting videos. To stay informed about the entertainment industry, keep watching our videos. Tell us your thoughts and theories by sounding off in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving so you don't miss out on any new videos. Goodbye for now.